you live in Texas, I'm going to show you how to use the 730 short form for your pick 3 lottery. We're going to use it again in the 730 rundown method. Alright, the first thing you're going to do, you guys have 4 draws per day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to the 17th of August. And just so you know, if you're new here, you're going to go here, you're going to select your state, so to populate the calendar. This calendar is from Lottery Post, but it's integrated into the platform, so whenever you use the generators, it'll already be there, so you don't have to worry about finding out your previous post. Alright, so the mission here is to figure out if this generator is good for your state. Alright, that's what we're doing here. We're going to see how many times this generator produces the numbers from your state. For this example, I'm going to start with the 17th so we could see what the results are. Alright, and we're going to do that by simply coming in here, make sure we're in the right form, and we're going to click on the 17th, and then let me make sure I'm going to clear this first. Alright, so we have a clear slate, so you guys save from scratch. You're going to click in the date, and you're going to select the morning. We're going to get the 102 drawing. We're going to see if that number is in the rundown. Alright, so we've generated the rundown. We're going to scroll up, and we're going to see, and we're going to tap here where it says check if draw results within grid. We can see that 102 was in there, so this is a good sign. That 102 is in there and has 4 paths. The key to finding the right combinations, after we go through these, just to show you if this generator is right for you, the key is finding the numbers with the most paths. That's telling you it's probably a hot number for your state. Alright, the 730 seems to be one that works for a lot of states, as I've been testing these. So this one looks good so far, but we're gonna see. Alright, so 102 is in there 4 times, and we're gonna go through next. We see it right there, and we're showing that also comes in as the mirror numbers. As I'm doing all my videos, I will show you the mirror grid so you understand it. So if you scroll down, you see the mirror grid. The mirror is the number plus 5. So simply 0 plus 5 is 5, 1 plus 5 is 6, 2 plus 5 is 7, 3 plus 5 is 8, 4 plus 5 is 9. And if you're doing flip numbers, it'll be the number plus 3. You guys can do the math on that. Alright, so back to up here. We're seeing that 102 is also 651 or 256 or 625 or 526 or 562. There's different ways that you could view it. Your job is to know when you see 102 that it could be a 5, 2, or 6 in place of any one of those numbers. That's how you'll know. Let's look at the second one. Here we go. We're also seeing that 067 is also 102 because 1 is 6, and 0 is 5 or 0 is 0, and 2 is 7, or 7 is 2. Alright, so that's the second one. So when you see that 102, you gotta know there's more combinations that you're looking for the most paths. Alright, so let's see what the next one is. It could come out as 102, could be 107. It's the same number, but that's the mirror of it. And then we'll see it back up there again. That's the first position was the first one we saw. So we're good with that 102. Alright, and 102 was the number that we actually put in, as you can see here. So let's use the second one. Here we go. We're going to go to we had the morning, let's do the day. 892 is what we're looking for. Check the grid. We go back up to the grid. This number was found 6 times in the grid. Now, at this point, what we're looking for is if you watch one of the videos, we're looking for the location or the map or the cluster where these numbers are playing out at, where they're coming out at. That's going to tell you where you should be looking for your next plays. Now, a number could come out twice that week, but like I just showed you, this 892 could come out 734. You see what I'm saying? It could also come out with 342. It's the same number. So if it's telling you, if we're finding a hot grid cluster, I'm using them interchangeably, map whatever you want to call it, if we're seeing numbers in that area, then we should be playing different combinations. So if 892 is out, you need to be looking here. You might be you need to be thinking 342, 243, 432, any combination of that. But wait, there's more. Look, it could also be 748, 487. The key, again, I'm saying it twice back to back. Look at the cluster. Here's how we recognize it. See the 730 at the top, 841 right underneath it, 952. That's telling you right where you should be looking for your numbers at. Right where you should be looking for your numbers at. I pause for a minute because I want to make sure I throw this in there. We got to look at the hit sums. The hit sums is kind of your map too. So we need to be looking by the 3 and the 4, and we could be looking by the 8 and the 9s. So let's go back up here. See the 8 and the 9, the 3 and the 4, how our number is in there? That's where you should be looking. Let's see where the next one is at. Keep this so you can see it. The fourth number is right there in that same area. You see it, 842, 892, it's the same number, because the 4 is the 9. You got it? You guys picking it up? If you understand what I'm saying, leave a comment saying that you understand it. And also, here's a good time to hit the thumbs up for me, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get more of these videos. It helps me be able to have time to make these videos. Alright, so we know that. So let's we know that 892 is there 6 times. Let's see another path for it. There it is, down there, 743, 347, 473, 374. Those are the different ways, but it's still 892. So that number is in this map. Alright, and the 6th place is still connected to that. And look where we see that 3, and we see the 1 and the 2. Okay, you got to understand that. That's important. So this generator, the 730, is good for this date so far for Texas. You guys got 4 draws. So in the same day, you guys could, if you know that area, that cluster, then you probably will do well. 892, and we're only in, where we at? I said 60, 89. That was only on the 17th. So we're still on the 17th. First day you would have hit. Okay, so now the night. Let's see if the 319 is there. Let's check the grid. 3 times they found it, but look where it's at. Didn't I say it's in that cluster? 730, 841, 952. Right in that cluster, 319 is there. Let's see where the next one is at. Right there, right underneath it, but it's still connected to that 9 and is by those hit numbers, 63, 963. 319 is also 963. 319 is also 634. We saw that before. It's right there, still connected to those numbers. It's back up there at the top. That's the first position. So we're only on the first day, and we're already doing well with this generator, the 730 short form. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to the second day, which is the 18th. We already know this generator is good for Texas. We're going to go ahead and do that. Start with the morning. 719. Check the grid. Notice I haven't done any generations because I'm trying to find out if this generator is good for my state. You could live here all day. You could do one generation on at the top of the week and figure it out from there. You could do it that way. There's no wrong way to do it. You have to find your way to do it. Your way to use the generator. Alright, so I'm still basing it off of the 17th using 102. And we're on the 18th and we're looking for 719 in this grid. Shows up 5 times, which is good. So here we go. Let's look at it together. Alright, so the 719 is there as 412. Why? Because the 7 is the 2, the 1 is the 1, and the 4 is the 9. Right? There it is again, still connected. Remember we said 730, 841, 952? Those first 3 rows, that's your section, that's your grid, that's your map, that's your cluster. It's still there. We're still in that same place. Again, this is still the same cluster we're seeing a sequence, a pattern here. And this is what the strategy is, finding the patterns. This number is there, 264, 462, 246, 642. You got it, 426, it's there, but it's still 719. Okay, let's check it again. It just bounced to the other side. It's still in that area. Still, see that 952 into that cluster? Still connected. But you'll know these things. Once you keep doing it day in and day out, you'll start picking it up. You'll see them. You'll know it. Here's the 5th position. Same area, that other cluster. So that's telling you got 2 clusters there that you can deal with. But I'd go with the one that has the most numbers. Now you can probably pull out a sheet of paper and write the clusters down if you want to, but here's what you could also do. If you scroll down to the bottom of the screen and you go to related combinations, it's showing you that 719, you see it there, related combinations all related to 719, 27 box. That's what that's showing you. Those are your numbers too that you could go for. Alright, if you want to see just the mirrors of it, there you go. You could be looking for those numbers. I bet you those numbers are somewhere in here, in that calendar. Just want to see the 6 line flips, it's right there. One up, still that number's in there. And these numbers right here, if you add them up individually, they all sum up to 13. So you got that. So if you need to go there and do that. Alright, but so far, I'm going to say that this is good for this for Texas. And we already saw that the first day. I'm just repeating myself, that the 17th, every number was in it for the 17th. Okay? Alright, so here we go. 688. Let's choose 688. Alright, let's go to the day. 788 was day. Check it in the grid. It's there. 2 times it's there. But look where it is. Remember the 8 is the 3 and the 3 is the 8? 788. Clear as day. Right there in that top grid, that same area I told you. Okay? So we know that's there. That's only on the 2nd day. And I probably don't even have to make a long video out of this one because you already see it's there. How about we jump ahead and we go to the 20th? Alright, let's do the evening of the 20th, 457, right? Check the grid. Remember, we're still dealing with the number from Monday, which is 102. We haven't changed it at all. Because we're just seeing if this generator is going to work for my state. In this case, the state is Texas for this demonstration. So 457. I'm not even gonna scroll up yet. Look, I'm not even gonna scroll up yet. 457, right? Found it 4 times. I'm betting it's in the top. What'd I say? What'd I tell you? Let's see where else it is. Right there in that same grid. Okay, it jumps down a little bit, but it's still connected. No problem. And it's also down at the bottom, but it's in that bottom cluster, which is fine because it's still connected to the hit sum. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. Look where I'm telling you to look. I'm not making it up. You can see for yourself. It does work for Texas. All right? Let's go ahead and pick another number for Texas. We did 457, and we did it on the 20th. Let's do the 302 for the day. Check the grid. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Let's see. We said the 20th. Let's say the 302. Found it 3 times. Probably going to be at the top. What'd I say? Just like that. This generator works for Texas all day. Still in that, almost in that cluster, and we're seeing. See, with a couple of numbers, we see down in this bottom. Let's call it a quadrant if you want to. We've seen a lot of hits for this week. Down this 765 cluster, we had the 3, 4, 7s and all that stuff. So that's a good area to look too. All right. Let's see what else. Let's do the 20th. We'll do, I think, the 514 for the nighttime. Right? Check the grid. 6 times. All right, y'all. What do you want me to, it's probably at the top. I'm gonna scroll out. Look. What I say. What I say. You better get yourself signed up for this generator. Get your money right. Your investment in this is going to be, you're going to make your money back on this thing. Even if you just get a credit pack, you're going to make your money back if you do what I'm telling you. And I'm giving you the map. I'm giving you the keys right here. 730-841-952. That's where your numbers live. Let's see where the second one is going. Still in that same cluster. Still in that same cluster. Still in that same cluster. Still connected. Still connected to that 9. See it? Look at that. And it's going down to that bottom quadrant I said. And it's back up at the top of the first position. Right? These numbers are flipping. They're probably coming out again this week. Because we're seeing it's still in, these numbers are still in the same area. We're going to jump ahead 2 days and we're still in the same area. Alright? So that was the 514, which was on the 20th. Let's jump ahead 2 days and go to the 22nd, which is Saturday. Right? So let's use 388 the evening. Alright? Looking at that evening, let's scroll up. Now 388 wasn't found. Good. Now I'm glad you saw that, because what that shows you is that this is not fixed. I'm not trying to scam or I shouldn't say that word, but I'm not trying to act like these are, I'm making this up. I'm not. This is exactly what happened. If you have the generators already or access to the generators, pull this up and do exactly what I'm doing and you'll get the exact same results. It's probably better if you're going along with me. That way you can get the training hands-on, right? So that 388 is not there, right? No problem, because that's actually triple threes, or it could be triple eights, or it could be 3388 or 333 or 888. Okay, because that's what that does. But here's a little thing: when you see a number like this, right, what you probably want to do is go back down to the bottom and take a look down here. All right, those are sum of 10, so there's only one of those that I don't know how that makes. Oh, same sum. All right, but there's only one of them that's doing that. So don't get too wrapped up in that. So this is what I just told you a second ago: 388, 888, 333, 338. I know these by heart. I study this a lot, so I know what mirrors and what flips are what they're going to be just by looking at them. You can too. You just gotta understand. You gotta stay on this. You gotta keep trying it. See, same thing. 333, 338, 388, 888. It's always going to be that. You're always going to see those combinations like that. You just got to know, looking at the grid, when and what to play. That's your job. I'm just showing you how to use it. All right. These are other possible combinations. I bet you tonight in your drawer, if it hasn't passed already, one of these numbers is in it. I'm betting you. Alright, so 388 wasn't in there, and we were on the 22nd. Okay, so let's go in here and let's do 571. Alright, 571 is 6 times. We're still in that same upper part, the same 3 lines. Still connected, still touching. This one is okay. We're down in that lower quadrant. Still seeing, we saw that earlier with another number. You should be making notes of this stuff, or mental notes if you're good at mental notes, or jotting it down somewhere. But we're back there in one position with the 571. So this number may come out again this week with 521, but it looks like for Texas that you're living in this area of these top 3 rows right here, picking your numbers. All right, and we'll do one more. 609. Let's do 609. And let's do that there. And it found 7 times. And look where it's at. Because it could be that number right there. 401, 104, 410, 140. It could be there. Again, if you're confused on how to look at them, just go down to the bottom. Go here. And those numbers are right there. You've got all these options to learn how the numbers work. Right there. That's the option to learn. You'll see them. You'll know them. These are all the same numbers. Right, for that state. Alright, so let's look at the next row. We're still working with 102 though. But let's go down here to 24th, which is today. And let's see if these numbers are in here as well. So this morning the number was 367. Let's see if 367 is in there. We're just going to check when I'm going to generate. Just check. Here we go. 5 times. And look where it's at. Right back there at the top. Right back there at the top. Now this one is changing. Now here's what happens. I've noticed that with most generators, when we start a new week and we're on a new week, see we're on the 24th, this grid is changed to the bottom half. Right? You see it started there, that's the leftover. But look down here, it's starting to, now we're somewhat in that lower quadrant, but now we're here. So I'm thinking that it's going to be 063 174 285. If you see it going across, right? It's going to be going across. Let's see what the next number is. That will mean this week we'll probably be looking for numbers in the bottom. Let's do the 646. Let's see. Could do 646. Check the grid. All right, it's not found. That's okay. And 491. Let's see if 491 is that. 491. We do see it 2 times. There are 2 times, but that's still not saying upper. So what I'm thinking is for tonight's number, for your last draw, if you're in that area, I don't know, 341 649, 761. I would try those in the top. So let's do that and let's see what happens here. We're gonna go, and if you're looking at the 24th, I'm just looking at the numbers that they have there for the 24th: 367, 646, 491. But I'm gonna just flip it up because just this is how you test things. I'm gonna take the 3, the 4, the first digit from each row, the 3, the 6, and the 4. You guys follow me? Let me know in the comments if you're following me at this point. Let's do 3, 6, 4. Just randomly. So I'm gonna clear that out, and then I'm gonna go in here with 3, 6, 4. I found it 3 times, but it's in that top part, right? It's there again, still in that same area. 3, 6, 4 is still there, so that's a candidate. You could do 6, 4, 9. Let's try 6, 4, 9. Clear here. 6, 4, 9. 2 paths. Where is it at? It's still in that area right there. You see where I'm going. It could be 9, 4, 1. It's still in that area. 9, 4, 6. 6, 9, 4. 4, 6, 9. It's still there. And I'm going down in those columns. Look at, let's do the last one. 7, 6, 1. I think that came out as another number. 7, 6, 1. 7, 6, 1. And let's see how many times. Came out 4 times. Interesting. There. And this is the lower half that I'm talking about. That I'm saying it might change for this week. So I think that this week for Texas, this is going to be 063. This week, 174, 285. I think your numbers are going to be down there. And I might say 761 is probably going to be something you should play. And then right here, 612 maybe. 162, 261. It could be a good number for you if you want to. But looking at there's 9 numbers there, nine opportunities there. You're looking them, and again, if you get confused, just look down here at the bottom, and you can see what's going on with that 761. Here's some other number ideas for you. Okay, I think this video is going long enough. You should be able to figure it out from here. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Okay, thanks, and I will see you on the other side.